welcome back, my dudes. We're back in Boulder Co, Auckland this time, the bigger gym, and I think it's gonna be a fun session. I'm not sure if the boulders that I tried last time are still here, but I'll see. It's still gonna be fun. But yeah, it's getting better, so I'll see how hard I can go today. It's gonna be fun.
So let's just jump right into it. As usual, for warm-up, I just did a few easier climbs, getting the movement in. So just enjoy some nice, easier climbing. As always, the main focus for my warm-up climbs is on my footwork and having proper technique, preserving energy, and just getting into the movement. And with climbing up in the numbers progressively with each climb, it's just nice challenge-wise to have that harder and harder bit by bit, just getting into it. This 4 gave me a first a little bit bigger challenge. It wasn't too bad, but it was a lot more about really planning ahead on how you want to do the climb. I then went on and did this nice question mark one as my first bigger challenge. It's that one just really hard physical mental move to get on top, and then it's just basically finding proper feet. It looks really bad, but as soon as you really get on top, it's a safe thing. Just because of how physical that first move is, I would probably grade that one about B4.
Okay, let's go for the first 5.
This 5 was my first real challenge of the day. I read the start completely wrong. You're supposed to have one hand on the right hold, one on the bottom one, and I just needed to turn around from the get-go. But I at least did that in the next try. Getting into that position immediately felt way better. It's easy to grab the next hold, and then it's just staying stable to get the foot over. From there, at first, I was kind of stuck. I didn't really know what to do and how to do it, but grabbing the bottom left hold actually helped me a lot to gain that stability to get my foot over. From there, you kind of need to quickly bump up your left hand into the next hold. It's really nice when you hit it, so that's no problem, and then you can start moving your body weight over. But then I got to the problem that the last hold is really bad, and I wanted to get into that finger hold so badly. After my last try, I kind of had the start main sequence down with no problem. But this time I actually used that ending crimp, which wasn't that nice, but also not that bad. But I suck at slopers. I couldn't figure out how to properly hold on the top, but then kind of cheated it. I got into the finger hold, got some kind of stability, and then pretty much just touched it from the crimp on my right hand to have the nice finish. I then went on to my nemesis from last time I was in Boulder Co, Auckland, and with actually knowing the beta and not being as crazily pumped out as last time, I pretty much cruised through the rest of this climb and managed to do it this time.
7 looks interesting. I'm not sure if I can do it, but it looks manageable. So we'll see. So far, not a bad day, but I already feel that it's not going to be as good of a session as last time.
And how right I was, because that's the beginning of the end. That 7 kicked my ass. The starting sequence was okay-ish. It wasn't too bad. It was just figuring out the right order of the hands. But as soon as you get to the pinch on top of the volume, I was out of commission. I just, for the hell of it, couldn't figure out on how to do it. So have fun watching me trying to figure out that starting sequence, but that climb was hard, way harder than I expected.
That pinch is so hard. I kind of see how the beta is meant to be. Executing is the hard part. And I still have a slight cold, so I'm not an excuse.
I then gave up on filming the top so I can give you a proper angle on the starting part. You have a tiny foothold to begin with, and moving on from there and getting your body weight over is just insane to me. That pinch in the middle just gave me no stability. I had no idea how to move on from there. I knew I needed to twist myself over, it just didn't work.
Yeah, not sure if that's gonna happen today. That's hard. That's really hard. That question mark looks hard, but fun. Let's try it out.
I then moved on to this question mark, and the streak kind of continued of me just failing on the first move. It's a really hard jump to the left, and you need to hit your foot and your hand perfectly. Otherwise, at least I can't hold on to that hold. It is possible to hold on there, but I just couldn't really hit that jump to actually even do the start of the climb. For me, it just felt like I couldn't get enough momentum at the start to actually properly do the full distance. And it also felt like it was either properly hitting my foot or my hand. I sadly just couldn't connect the two.
Let's go for the question mark again. I just like the mystery ones.
I really do like the mystery climbs. It's always fun because you don't know what to expect. And that one in particular didn't look too hard, still challenging. And I definitely needed a climb that I could manage to do after getting clapped by the past two. And this one was a lot of fun. The second half is mostly these kind of walnut-sized holds. You have that really high foot here and then the tiny walnut crims. But it's not too bad, and the rest is pretty fun. Overall, this question mark isn't too hard, but I would probably grade it somewhere around V3, V4. And after regaining some confidence, I immediately went into getting clapped again by this 6. It had that really physical start. I tried to get into a press, but the big hold is sloped outwards, so it was really hard finding the right point where I could actually press myself over and not just fall out of the wall.
It's so hard to really get in there.
Yeah.
Just like landing out.
Yeah.
We're like a little bit more like this, way nicer. It's constantly like just pushing me out.
Yeah.
And then got the idea to do the starting move in a dynamic move and drop into it, which actually felt really nice. And I continued that way. I think that was the way I was most consistent with actually feeling close to landing it. But it was still so hard staying in there. Kind of knee barred there, but slanted out. But it's just rough. Holding on to with the left hand felt really nice, but then I really need to be in the wall with my right hand.
Yeah, that's also not happening today. Let's go for some that I might still be able to do.
Yeah, after immediately getting clapped again and having my confidence shattered, I went over to this 5. It had that weird pressy start, but if you actually got properly into the side pull and got your foot up, felt quite nice, but still quite physical. The rest was mostly different pressing positions, getting your body weight in the right positions. It was really nice after all the physical stuff to just have something where it's not too bad. Managed to do the climb and had my confidence up again, at least a little bit. Besides the start, I would say getting that really high left foot was the hardest part, but then you have the nice press on the right arm and can just shimmy yourself over, but you really need to be flexible and quite powerful to get your foot up there and hold the position. Then went over to do this white question mark boulder in the barrel. It was a lot about nice body positioning as well. The holds were really nice and overall not a hard climb. I would probably say it's somewhere about V2, V3. As my last climb, I did this purple 4, accidentally cut loose there, but wasn't too bad. You have some really nice holes. It's a lot about leaning into it properly, and you have this fun, really high heel hook that you can do. And then it's just pulling yourself up. The holes aren't that bad. More physical towards the end, but still manageable.
And that's it for this session today. I would say it was a pretty straightforward, barely any talking, just climbing mostly, but it was fun. It was fun. Not the best session I had so far, definitely, but I need to say again that the grading here is a little bit harder than it is in Hamilton, because they only go up to 8, Hamilton goes up to 9. But they kind of still fit up the same ranges from the V grade. So everything here is a tidbit harder than it is in Hamilton. It's still a lot of fun. My hands are completely falling apart again. But I would say I'm definitely feeling the consistency and how I'm getting better. Because I'm definitely not on my A game physically today. I'm still hit by the cold, and I still climb at the same level how I did about a month or two ago. So I'm curious how it's going to be when I'm back on my A game. So I hope I see you for the next ones where I hopefully start to properly feel good again and can go for the really hard climbs. So I hope I see you in the next one. Bye bye.